Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the more unique lagers available. King Cobra. It's usually about £5, £5.60 in the likes of Morrison's and Tesco's and whatnot. £4 got it for on offer at Morrison's, so I'm happy with that. Big 750ml bottle. So it says here it's double fermented superior beer, alcohol content 7.5%. Now it's actually a lager, not a beer. You know that. I wish they'd put lagers as lagers and beers as beers. Grand Golden Medal winner, whatever that means. Yeah, so never had it before. When it went down on things there, I said to the wife, "Oh, man, some of that, one of them, just to try it, you know." Right, so it's got one of these funny tops on. There we go. So I don't know what's going to happen to this. If this pisses out all over my room, I'm not going to be happy. Oh, it didn't. I got the glass ready and I held the cork in place. So from what I've read about it, it's one of these that goes well with curries. And it just so happens I've got a Chinese on the way in half an hour, so I'm going to drink one glass for review purposes and one glass for curry purposes. So straight away, nice golden colour, good carbonation from the centre, great lacing around the edge, white head, standard lager smell, light malts and whatnot. On brewadvocate.com it's got a rating of 3.23 out of 5 from 19 ratings, so not a lot of ratings, probably because of the price to be fair, but yes, it's a lager. It's got something a lot of lagers ain't got, and that's a bit of bollocks behind it, because, you know, most lagers, they're bland, they're weak alcohol content. This, it tastes like a lot of other lagers, but it's got the strength in it, you know. Oh, real strength. So 3.23 out of 5 for this review. Bought as a gift, purchased in Morrison's supermarket. This is from 4 years ago. Wow, I wasn't quite sure about this one at all, really. On the other hand, it was quick, strong and fairly basic, but on the other, it was easy to drink despite the strength and seemed better than what you usually get from an Imperial Pilsner. It wasn't great, but it was certainly a decent effort. I'm not entirely sure it's a beer I'm realistically like to pick up again, but it's another off the 1001 list, and I did manage to finish it easily enough. 3.3 out of 5. Large head that doesn't hold very long but leaves a nice ring. Don't want to know that. Pale golden colour, smell is a bit skunky with citrus and fruits notes, oily texture, medium body, taste is sweet, caramel, hints of fruits, citrus and some spices. Good, but I don't think I could drink more than one. And another one. 3.13 out of 5. Difficult cork to remove, poured a clear straw yellow with a huge bright white head that reminded me more of dishwasher soap foam than that quickly faded. Yeah, it has faded. Huge bubbles in the head and no lacing on the sides of the glass. A little bit of wine-like legs on the side of the glass from the alcohol. Low to medium carbonation showing besides the head. Very malt-driven and on the sweet side. Yeah, definitely malt-driven. Very nice though. Like a sweet toffee. A little bit of floral citrus smell to go along with it. And then, taste-wise, lager on steroids. All I can say. Alcohol right off the bat, followed by sweetness and more sweetness. Made me pucker due to the sweetness. Doubt there are any hops in this. And then, More carbonated in the mouth, very lively, especially on the tip of the tongue. Pretty rich and creamy, and has a slight bit of acid lemon to this. High amount of pucker, and the ABV is very apparent in the mouth. Yeah, it still is, even after reading these comments. So, interesting to say the least. Must drink this cold, as it gets very dull after a bit. One is enough, but it is interesting. Was not expecting much, and better than I thought. Probably better as a 500ml or lower to really enjoy this. Drinkability is lower due to the size, and that the ABV is very apparent in this. Fruit needs to be brought out more and could use more hops to offset the huge amount of sweetness from the malt. So, interesting reviews. Not the most positive reviews, so I'll take them with a pinch of salt. So, it looks good. Definitely like malt. Definitely tastes like other lagers. It tastes like Foster's and stuff like that. Yeah, that sort of taste. Definite malt, definite alcohol buzz coming through. God, my eyes going blur, or is it this? I'm not drunk. If I look drunk on here, I'm not drunk. It's just I'm looking in the viewfinder little window, and it looks like my eyes have gone. No way they've gone on that little amount. Wow, massive strength from it. Oh, so like I said, this is lager. Like the other person said, lager on steroids. I said lager with bollocks, but you know where we're going. So, like normal tiger beer, and like most lagers, they aren't the strong. No, not the tiger, Cobra rather. Like most of them, they're tasty enough. I do find most lagers bland. This is a lager with its own distinctive taste. 7.5%. It's like the King Goblin of the lager world. Yes, it's probably all about the alcohol content that makes it special, but it is nice. It's not got no fruitiness in it. It's not got no flavour. It's not about flavour. This is about alcohol, and it's it's about a good kick in the nads. On sale at £4 at Morrison's at the moment, so not a bad price. If if like me, you've always wanted to try it, but you look and think, I'm not paying £5.60 for that. It's just not worth it. £4. It's starting to come into that territory of, do I go for it? And I'd say yeah, give it a go. See what you think. If you don't like it, you won't buy it again. Probably won't buy it again myself. It's one of them. Like most beers, they're one-offs. Unless you get stuck on a beer that you really, really love. Most beers you drink are going to be one-offs. Or one that you come back to a year or so later. So for this, let's have another taste, and I'll give you my score out of 5. Oh, the alcohol content. I mean, I have drank 8% beers, 9% beers, and it says it's 7.5%, but it's double fermented superior beer. So one of these days I'll do my own double ferment beer where I brew it once and then I do the sugar and then bang the yeast on and do it again, just to see how much you can get out of a yeast. I might do that with a ginger beer actually. That's very interesting. Get a Simply ginger beer kit, which is probably the best ginger beer kit on the market. Brew it proper, do it once and then double it. Hey, that's an absolute belting idea. As home brewers, as a beer and lager drinker, cider, spirit drinker, I like to see things that are new, that we all do. But this has given me the idea for my homebrew things to to actually do a double brew on a ginger beer kit and get it up to 8%, 9%, you know, something like that. Yes, that's my challenge. Oh, inspiration. You see, you drink some beer, you get inspiration. And to me, I'd love to go into the world of professional brewing. Because you think, as brewers ourselves and as beer drinkers, you can, if I can brew something for 50 pence a pint and make good profit off it, you think, you know, if they can do it, if I can do that on my scale of brewing in at home, what can they do it in a shop, at a brewery rather? You know, they've got to be able to do it cheaper than what you can brew at home. And then if you like I'm gonna do this double. I'm gonna do a double ferment, and just to see how it goes. But anyway, we're getting a bit long with this. 11 minutes already. I do waffle on. So, looks very similar to most other lagers. Aroma, again, very similar. Taste, this is where it differentiates itself from every single lager on the market. It has got taste, but it's got that wallop of alcohol content, alcohol strength, and that strength separates it from everything else. 7.5% is massive. Most lagers, 5% is the top. I don't know many lagers above 5%. Not that are available, certainly in England anyway, unless you go to the specialist shops. So, 7.5%. Wow, great to taste. You know, great for me. It's not carbonating much now, but I'm not worried. You know, this to me is the single best lager I've tasted. It's not got the taste factor, it's not got the variation of taste, like it's not got fruity taste and different flavours. It's just a lager, but a lager on steroids, you know, and definitely one to try. So out of 5, you've got to be giving this a 4.7 out of 5. It's got to go in right at the top end, right at the top of the lager box. And about time, you know. I mean, I know there's been lagers like, is it Tennant's Extra Strong, Carlsberg, or some of them, but you know, some of them, I don't know about them, more like barley wines and like barley lagers sort of things. This is a proper lager beer, because that's what they're called, world lagers, and you know, Cobra's a good brand, and obviously King Cobra, like the version of it, you know. Fantastic. Oh, I'll tell you this. I have to wait for my dinner to come, because if I drink too much I won't want my dinner. I'll be too bladdered. Thanks for watching. See you soon.